of records, and I used to listen to his records, and he had some Led Zeppelin albums that I really liked. But it's that moment of getting like sort of lost in music. It's a bit of a cliche, but that I can remember that, and it's probably when I was about 15 or 16.
That's true as well. Actually, I used to listen to Pink Floyd. We both come from rock, really.
Yeah, I listened to Pink Floyd as well. Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's an album that I used to get lost in. Totally.
Yeah, you can put the headphones on and just completely like spin out.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do. I used to put headphones on when I was in the front room at my dad's stereo, and the parents would be like doing other stuff, and you'd have the headphones on, and you'd just be like freaking out and having that really far too loud for like healthy.
Your mum's trying to do the
Hoover. Really is. Well, they just just like operate around you, be in your own world, like freaking out.
I've got two elder sisters who play piano, and then I was sort of just expected to learn as well. And I started learning classical music for a few years when I was about 8 or 9. But a few years later, I just decided I wanted to play the saxophone, and then from there, I just never looked back really. But I got involved in quite a lot of school bands and stuff, and then started being able to play jazz. So being able to stamp my own personality on the music that I was making, rather than having to play, Mozart in the correct fashion, which I still can't do up to now.
You can. I played the violin when I was little, and I really hated it because it was just physically the wrong instrument. And then I played the trumpet after that. I used to play in bands as well, like school bands, but I didn't really get into into music, really into it, until I came to live in London, and then got exposed to like more different. When I was about 17, 18, got into jazz and stuff like that, and African music, reggae. Got more into it, getting just exposed to stuff that I liked. My brother had a sound system, so like a reggae sound system in Worcester. So we used to buy loads of records. We used to get to Birmingham and buy reggae records. So that was a kind of like a big thing from when I was about 16 as well.
It just feels right,
Yeah, you're completely like absorbed in it, really. It's a really nice thing because it's like there's no, you don't want to be anywhere else. There's no distractions. It's just like a total. It's a feeling you can't get from doing anything else. So, it's a bit like flying or something. You're not worried about anything. It's just completely. What's the word for it? It's like a sort of being in a parallel universe. It can be a really intimate situation with like 20 people in a room. Like we do a regular gig in Brixton, and there's no microphones. It's all acoustic. We sing without microphones. None of the instruments, there's guitar with a lamp and stuff like that, but there's no mics. And that's such a direct thing that actually, in terms of a feeling, like you're saying, what does it feel like to perform? And it's that feeling of you've got a direct connection with the people that are actually listening to the music. And there's no microphones to actually, because that microphones change the sound of everything anyway, And it's just a really good vibe, and it's just like, that probably is, could be the best I've ever felt playing music in front of 20 people,
Yeah, that can be the best when there's a direct communication with the audience. It can be 20 people or it can be 10,000 people, but if you're actually communicating and the audience is responding to what you're doing, then it doesn't really matter where you are, what stage it is, it's working. That feeling is, you can't get better than that, really.
So, if you're playing in front of 50,000 people, which we've done massive gigs, it's still nice, but that's also like, it's quite a boost to the ego, isn't it? Because there's like loads of people there, and it's like, oh, I'm doing a massive gig, but you don't really. It's harder to get a feeling of how that's affecting the audience in a way.
It's not something really that you choose to do necessarily. It's something that we feel like is that we must do.
Yeah.
You can't ignore it. It's something that's inside us that we can't ignore. You've got to do something about it. But another thing that keeps me going when it gets hard is people's reaction to what we do, which is, you know, one of the main reasons why we keep going, because people enjoy it, and it's an important thing for a community or for, you know, society. Music is a really important thing, which isn't necessarily valued enough in this country, I would say. But I mean, it's valued by everybody. Everyone appreciates music in some way, and when people are given the opportunity to experience live music, they love it, and it's a really fundamentally important thing. So that feeling is what keeps me going a long time.
And we're trying to keep sort of like an element of culture alive and vibrant and happening, and like, you know, give it to people, and there is a demand for it. It's just that it's not sort of as easy to sell as kind of mainstream pop music, you know. So that's kind of our duty, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
No, it is.
Because
You know.
people are, you know, rammed down with like X Factor and kind of Saturday night music. That's a lot of people's experience of music these days. Young people's experience of music, and that's not a good thing, because that's not really music. That's something else. Music is involved, but it's not actual really artists doing music that they feel passionate about. And so we have to be passionate about what we do and continue to do it and let people come and experience it and
reach as many people as possible doing what we do. So, you know,
that's it really, because we really love what we're doing. We're enjoying the music that we're making.
Yeah.
And if we can carry on, then that's all we need to do really.